colligative properties of the solutions. Then what are the colligative properties of the solutions? To me, the properties of the solutions that depends on number of solute particles. The properties of the solutions which are depends on number of solute particles and independent on nature of that particles. That means those properties of the solutions are depends on number of solute particles. They are called colligative properties of the solutions. Colligative properties of the solutions mean the properties whose values depends on the number of solute particles present in the solutions. So those colligative properties are four types. One is relative lowering of vapor pressure, RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressures. Second one, elevation of boiling point. Third one, depression of freezing point. And fourth one, osmotic pressure or osmosis. These four are the colligative properties. These four properties are depends on the number of solute particles present in the solutions. First we will discuss about the relative lowering of vapor pressure. This already we discussed in the previous class. It is related to Raoult's law. It is Raoult's law, from Raoult's law. So first one, relative lowering of vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure. So according to this, the relative lowering of vapor pressure of the solution is equal to mole fraction of the solution. That is P naught minus P by P naught equal to mole fraction of solute. Here P naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent. That is P naught, and P is the vapor pressure of solvent in solution. Otherwise you can take vapor pressure of solution. So P naught is the vapor pressure of pure solvent, P is the vapor pressure of solvent in solution. Otherwise just solution you can take. And X of solution, X is the mole fraction of solute. So according to this, relative lowering of vapor pressure means the ratio of vapor pressures of solutions and pure solvent is equal to mole fraction of the solute. That is the relative lowering of vapor pressures. Now second one, elevation of boiling point. Elevation of boiling point. Elevation of boiling point of the solution. Boiling point of solution. So elevation of boiling point of a solution. So here the boiling point of pure solvent increases by addition of a non-volatile solute is called elevation in boiling point. Boiling point of a solution. So elevation in a boiling point of solution means the boiling point of pure solvent increases by addition of a non-volatile solute. For example, if you take a container, in the container you take pure solvent. Here solvent, only pure solvent is present. Pure solvent. So in pure solvent, its pressure is P0. Now to this, if you add a solute, non-volatile solute. If you add non-volatile solute, then it will form a solution. Solvent plus solute, it forms a solution. Now in this solution, the pressure is P. It is the solution pressure. Otherwise, pressure of solvent is P. Otherwise, the solution pressure is P. Now here compared to P0, P is more. So by the addition of non-volatile solute, the pressure of pure solvent increases. Same way, temperature also increases and boiling points also increases. Same way, boiling point also increases. Why boiling point increases? If you see boiling points, same way boiling points increase. That means pure solvent temperature you take to TB0, and after mixing the solute, its temperature you should consider as TB. Temperature is considered as boiling point of the solution is considered as TB. The pure solvent boiling point is TB0. And the solution boiling point is TB. So here, by addition of non-volatile solute, the boiling point of the solution increases. So here TB not is less than TB. The boiling point of this, not representing pure solvent. The boiling point of solvent is less than the boiling point of the solution. So this increase in the boiling point is called elevation in boiling point. The difference between these two is delta TB, that is equal to TB minus TB naught. This is elevation in a boiling point. Here boiling point is depends on pressure. Why? Because boiling point means the pressure at which, the temperature at which the boiling point of the solution is equal to atmospheric pressure, we should consider. So the boiling point means the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the solution is equal to atmospheric pressure. So that's why the vapor pressure of the solution increases, temperature also increases. Now this we can understand based on the graph. So here vapor pressure versus temperature of the solution and the solvent. If you see here AB curve, this AB curve belongs to for pure solvent. Here point E is the boiling point of pure solvent. E point is boiling point of pure solvent, and CD curve is for belongs to solution. here F point is belongs to TB. Here the boiling point of the solution is TB. So here if you observe, at any time, at any temperature, the boiling point of the solvent is always less than boiling point of the solutions. Here the solvent is upper one, the pressure also more. Here the gap between the boiling points of pure solvent and the solution is called elevation of boiling point. This is elevation of boiling point. So here the temperature at which the pressure of the solvent is equal to atmospheric pressure, that is called boiling point of that solvent. So here the liquid may be liquid or solutions. At what temperature their pressures are equal to atmospheric pressures, those temperatures are boiling points of those liquids. For the pure solvent TB naught, this is at this temperature only solvent pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure. So this is the pure solvent boiling point. For the solution, its boiling point is increases. So this is the graph of elevation boiling points. So we know that elevation of boiling point, if you see the elevation of boiling point delta TB is elevation of boiling point is directly proportional to delta P. Delta P is the lowering of vapor pressure. Delta P is lowering of vapor pressure. That means P naught minus P. So delta TB, elevation in boiling point is directly proportional to lowering of vapor pressure. From this, and also you know from Raoult's law, lowering of vapor layer of solution is directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. Here x1 is mole fraction of solvent mole fraction, x2 is solute mole fraction. 2 belongs to solute, 1 belongs to solvent. Now here lowering of vapor pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. X is mole fraction always. So from this the lowering of from this equation you can write from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, delta TB mean elevation of boiling point also directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. From this, delta TB equal to K into x2. K is the constant. You know that the mole fraction of solute equal to number of moles of solute. 2 means solute always. Number of moles of solute by number of moles of solvent plus number of moles of solute. 1 is always belongs to for solvent, 2 is belongs to for solute. Now mole fraction of solute equal to number of moles of solute by number of moles of solvent plus number of moles of solute. For according to Raoult's law is obvious for ideal solutions and dilute solutions. So this value we can write as N2 by N1. Here in the denominator N2 is number of moles of solute is neglected. In Raoult's law we discussed already. N2 is neglected because Raoult's law is applicable for very dilute solutions. Solute is negligible. So therefore mole fraction x2 equal to N2 by N1. From this x2 equal to weight of solute by molecular weight of solute into molecular weight of solvent by weight of solvent. So this term is belongs to number of moles of solute, number of moles of solute. If W1 is 1 kilogram of solvent, kilogram of solvent, if you take, then X2 equal to N2 by W1. This is equal to molality. This term is equal to molality. This term is equal to molality term. So from this, you know that delta TB equal to K into X2. So that's why delta TB equal to K into, in the place of X2 you can write molality. Here K equal to, here you can write KB, constant KB we are taking. KB is what? KB is the abelioscopic constant, we will discuss later. Now KB equal to K into molecular mass of the solvent. So here delta TB equal to KB into molality. This is the main equation for the elevation of a boiling point. So delta TB equal to TB minus TB naught. TB is the solution boiling point, TB naught is the solvent boiling point, equal to KB into molality. Here KB is the abelioscopic constant. M is the molality. Next, calculation of molar mass of solute. Know that the elevation in boiling point equal to abelioscopic constant into molality. This is main equation, very important. So if weight of solvent is 1000 grams, now delta T equal to Kb into molality equal to the weight of solute by molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent. That means number of moles. This term is number of moles of solute present in W1 grams of solvent. So now delta TB equal to in this case elevation of boiling point, Kb is the abelioscopic constant and W is the weight of solute, M2 is the molecular weight of solute, W1 is the weight of solvent. By using this formula we can calculate molecular mass of solute or weight of solute or anything you can calculate. Mainly we can calculate about the solute. So this is the relationship between elevation of boiling point and molecular mass of solute or weight of solute. Now if molality equal to 1, we know that delta TB, elevation of boiling point equal to Kb. That means for a given solution, the molality of the given solution is unity, then the abelioscopic constant is equal to elevation of boiling point of the solution. Now Kb equal to RT naught square by 1000 LF. Here LF is the enthalpy of vaporization by molecular mass of solvent. Now R is the universal gas constant, T naught is the boiling point of pure solvent, LF is the latent heat of vaporization per gram of solvent, and delta H vaporization is the heat of vaporization per mole of solvent.